Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel and welcome to today's video. We have a very exciting guest and her name is Cait. She is the managing director of Osmosis Beauty in Europe, and what's so fascinating is that she started working as a detox specialist and then found her way into skin, and she has 15 years of experience in the industry. So we're really lucky to have her. So hello.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. But today we're going to talk about acne and a holistic approach to acne and what it is and why you might be having it. So, first question I would love to ask you is, what is acne?
So when you look on the surface, acne, I guess from a scientific and a physical point of view, acne is just a hair follicle that's filled up with sebum, mixed with some dead skin cells, and then so on. But from a holistic point of view, acne is an indication to us that there's an imbalance or a disharmony somewhere in the body. So as a specialist, that's our goal, is to trail find where the source is and to heal and treat it using a very unique system. With Osmosis, we use frequency waters and supplementation, but acne in particular is targeting from usually like a hormonal level, that can be induced from diet, stress, environmental, just different types of stressors in your environment particularly. And then, yeah, we believe that everything is interconnected. So, you know, your soul, mind, body, and to keeping those in alignment would be, yeah, I guess the best way to heal acne.
What are the worst things that you feel you can do if you had acne? Have you ever had acne before? Do you have any personal experiences maybe?
I have suffered from acne in the past, and I know from looking back it was a lot got to do with my lifestyle in particular, because of where it was positioned on my face. I now have the tools to understand where it came from, but I got lost in the online buying of skincare, and then, you know, healing it from the surface. And I've made plenty of mistakes trying to heal my skin. At the time, it kept it at bay. So, you know, I know on the surface alone works, but it didn't make the physical changes to the pore size and the clarity and the density in the skin. And that's why I'm so passionate about working with Osmosis, because it literally transforms your skin. So it's not just keeping the acne low, it's actually repairing and healing and making some DNA work. And so, yeah, I guess it's a funny question that you've just asked me that, because I actually I occasionally still tap into doing one-on-one skin consultations, and only recently I had clients who are mixing potions, and I remember doing it at home myself. You know, where they put toothpaste on your breakout. Have you heard this?
Yeah, I know about those. Or like lemon juice, loads of it, and like vinegar that's not diluted, and you just for an hour have it all over your face.
Yeah. And the weirdest one I've come across is chocolate spread.
Really? But I've been, you know, in all of the scientific studies I read, chocolate and dairy is a source of acne.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
People putting it on the surface of your skin, and I understand it. Maybe they're looking at, like, you know, they're trying to figure out the benefits of cacao or something, or,
yeah,
you know,
it's fair enough. Yeah,
fair enough. But yeah, I have, especially in darker skin tones, any black skin, and seems to pigment. So hyperpigmentation is a real concern, and specifically when you use products that are damaging to the skin barrier, because it's causing inflammation not just to the skin, it's causing inflammation to the pigment in the skin. So that's where it becomes tricky, and sometimes it's permanent damage where you can cause hypopigmentation from just overworking.
Right, and then it never comes back, right? And that's those lighter patches that you see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you've always heard of like anybody who's had peels in the past. If you over peel your skin, you can get something called frosting, and it just means that they've blanched your skin, and then you can just be ended up with like a big white patch because they've just demanded too much from your skin.
Wow.
Yeah. So you need to be really careful about who you're going to.
Yeah. And you know, there are a couple of different types of acne, I think. You have non-inflammatory types, but you also have inflammatory types. So if your skin is already inflamed, I think what you said is amazing, because you're just looking at healing your skin, which is what you need to do to reduce the inflammation, because why would you want to make it any worse?
Yes.
Just gonna, you know, make scarring that much worse.
Exactly. And it is quite a, you know, in skincare, it is quite a superficial approach most of the time. They're looking at the concern and they're saying A, B, C, this is what it is. But I think through modern living, we know that it's not just what we see. There's a whole world out there that's got lots of questions. So it's about looking at the internals, and the emotional unrest is a huge issue with where breakouts come from and stresses. So I think it's really important that people get coached with skin specialists like Dermoi to understand their skin.
Absolutely, I agree. And especially as your skin changes, its needs are going to change. So I think that's invaluable. That's perfect. So how does Osmosis treat acne?
We're looking at the whole body. So we're a holistic skincare brand. And we use something called a face map. And this face map is unique to Osmosis. It's using Western and Eastern philosophies, but it's created by Dr. Ben Johnson through rigorous research. So I invite people to go and check out their face map, identify where the breakouts are. And maybe if you don't have the time or the resources to see a skin specialist to address their own skin, you can buy on the Dermoi store and be able to figure out your concerns, because it's a difficult thing to speak about sometimes, because it's your skin. It's something that you know, sometimes it's hard to divulge. It's a sensitive subject. You're conscious of your skin. But I mean, for you to just even get started on using a good strength vitamin A serum and taking a couple of supplements and get that skin confidence back, there's no price for that.
Okay, so if you're suffering with acne, are there any products or routines that you would recommend? I know that acne is often very individual, but just any general advice that you can have to guide people on product choices?
Of course. I think particularly when it comes to acne, sometimes unfortunately it's when we're teenagers and we're living at home and we've got limited funds. So let's give budget acne. And then there's going to be, I'll give a second acne routine for people who are just like, it's affecting my life and I have to sort it, because if it's affecting you, that's the only option. So budget acne, in my opinion, you need a good cleanser. Okay, so you need to use, we have one called Deep Clean. It's actually a cleanser that was used and featured with Alicia Keys. It's her favorite cleanser. So yeah, we do love that one. But it's amazing for that sebaceous, oily, thickened skin. So yeah, a good cleanser, and then our vitamin A serum Clarify. Even just, as I said, if it is something that you're on a budget, I think it's about, I'm not too sure, maybe £52 or £54. If it is about longevity, just use it on the spot. Use it as a spot treat. Make sure that you're getting the most out of your products. Just use half a pump of your cleanser, lather it up. Don't use too much. Little goes a long way. That's your budget system. And then if you want to go deeper and deeper, start using, or every second night, you could use one pump of your serum using your spray and massage it into the skin. That's a great budget acne just to get started. If you're like, okay, I have as we said, like a full system going, we need to address where the concerns are coming from. So whether it's your upper, mid, or lower, if it's digestive, if it's mucus buildup, if it's environmental, we have supplements that will bind estrogen and remove it from your body, because that's usually the issue. And that's what can make your oils more oily. But we have an amazing water. So firstly, I think Skin Clarifier supplements. It's a 10-day mucus cleanse. Some people need to repeat it 3 times, up to 3 times. Then we have Skin Perfection Water. This has got clinical trials. It's just a water. You can give it to babies. You can give it to anyone. You can give it to your dog, your cat. But like when you use it, it has clinical trials to prove that it actually helps to minimize eczema, psoriasis, and acne. So it's a great one to use. Yeah. So then with the skincare routine, I would definitely, we have a hero product called Rescue. I don't know whether you've heard of it.
I've used that one.
Yes.
I love that one. I love it. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's something that like when we order in Osmosis, it's just like we need to order 5 times of this batch of this product in particular, and it's still can't get the numbers right. But anywho, the deep clean or purify cleanser. Then you come in with your rescue and your clarify serum and a spray. So every vitamin A serum needs to use a spritz to enhance the penetration into the skin. Follow with it. Let's say sometimes people's skin is not, just because it's oily doesn't mean that it's, you know, it's too much oil. Sometimes it's lacking oil in the skin, so you need to use a moisturizer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would address that as well. And then just a good SPF. Twice a week you should be using polish, which is an exfoliator. Then we have Remedy, which is an overnight healing balm for people who have that dry, irritated, super aggressive, dry, inflamed breakouts. So, you know, there's a million routes to go, but this system here will give you results in no time. Like if you're using Rescue and Clarify, you're talking within 2 weeks, your skin should be in a way better condition.
No, and I absolutely agree. So if we can, I would just love to hear a little bit more about each of the serums. So, I mean, maybe what's so great about vitamin A and what's so great about Rescue? Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So Rescue is oxygenated molecules. So one of the main issues with your skin when you have breakouts is it's inflamed. So when you bring down the inflammation, the skin can get to work and function as normal. So what this oxygenated molecule does is it detoxifies the skin and helps it restore it into balance. That is a hero product. Vitamin A, the form that we use, anybody in skincare will recommend a vitamin A. It's everywhere. So I mean, there's different forms. There's like your retinol palmitates, acetates, retinols, and then we have retinal. And the reason I use retinal is because it is, we believe that it's non-toxic. It's liposomally delivered, the system that we use, and it's patented. So liposomal delivery means that it'll just drop into the skin cells. So any of the percentage that we say is going into the skin is actually getting into the cell. Everything else is taking, it's like taking its time to be absorbed into the skin. Vitamin A will normalize your skin. It normalizes your oil flow. It thickens your epidermis. It increases your cell renewal. It just is the skin's normalizer. Yeah.
So what do you think about facial treatments for acne? Do you think there's a benefit to having regular facial treatments?
Yes, particularly acne, because you need to do dermal remodeling as soon as possible so that you prevent scarring. That's where you're at. You're just like, you know, it's not just about not touching or picking your face. Okay, that will escalate scarring, but unfortunately, you're going to be you're going to be open to scarring for sure. So even just sleeping on your pillow can aggravate your skin, especially in very inflamed acne. So I think it's important to address it as soon as possible. Firstly, because it affects your confidence, how you see yourself in the mirror, and that affects your skin as well. So I think it's really important that you, as you said, we take a holistic approach to acne, not just treat the surface of the skin. And when you come in for an advanced treatment, you're going to be getting coached, having a surge of vitamin A. The forms that we use is much stronger than what you'll use at home, nearly 10 times more effective. So you'll get a boost of that. You get a 30-day collagen production, and then you'll come in for your next treatment. And then in the time that you're using your serums at home, you're creating permanent change in your cells. That is your dermal remodeling to be able to continue to have good skin into the future.
So what is beauty to you?
This is a heavy question because
Yeah.
I feel like beauty is something that is, you've heard it a million times. I think it's in the eye of the beholder, but where I love to see it is beauty. You know, it comes from your soul and how you feel about yourself. So I wish if I could say to my younger self that, you know, those breakouts that we see and we obsess about, it's actually when you meet somebody, you're engaged in their eyes, because the eyes are the mirror to the soul. So I think that's what beauty is to me.
That's so beautiful. That was so lovely. I know I'm just probably messing up a little bit of the recording now, but that was so fun.
I hope it makes sense. I don't know if I would say that right, but
no, that was so nice. But it's true though, because it's confidence. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming. It was so lovely to have you. And I know I learned so much, and I know so many of the viewers are going to have learned something new. It was really, really lovely to speak with you. So thank you.
Thanks so much for having me. It was my pleasure.
Thank you. So if anyone has any other questions for Cait, you can leave a comment down below and she will see them. Or you can also connect with us on our Instagram. It's Dermoi Skin. And we're always in contact with Cait, so we can forward these along to her. So thank you for watching, everybody.